In this video we're going to have a look at complex numbers and how they can be used to expand in a more compact way, the compound angle formulae. But before we do that, I'm going to have to introduce you to DeMoivre's theorem. So the theorem states that any complex number to the power of n, cos theta plus I sine theta to the power of n, for example, can be written in that form there, or rather is equivalent to that. So cos theta plus I sine theta to the power of 5 is identical to cos of 5 theta plus I sine of 5 theta. And I just want to do a quick proof of this now, so I don't want to take it for granted. And the proof is exceptionally easy. In fact, a one-liner, now that we know how to represent complex numbers in exponential form. So cos theta plus I sine theta to the power of n, well, that's equal to e to the I theta to the power of n, which is equal to e to the I n theta, just using simple index laws, which do hold for complex powers. Really, strictly speaking, we should prove it, but just to give you sort of an intuitive feel, we're just going to assume that they do hold. So you can seek out long proofs of why normal index laws hold for complex powers, but we're going to omit that now. So e to the I n theta equals cos of n theta plus I sine of n theta, and there we proved it. So a one-line proof based on the exponential form of complex numbers. So let's take that for granted that that's true now. So cos theta plus I sine theta to the power of n is identical to cos n theta plus I sine n theta, DeMoivre's theorem. We'll have a look at an example problem in which you could be expected to apply this. So something like write sine of 6 theta in a form only involving powers of sine theta and cos theta. So this is a question that a student doing single A-level maths could actually do using the compound angle formulae. So expanding, writing sine of 6 theta as sine of theta plus 5 theta and constantly expanding like that, and that will get you the answer. But it's a bit longer than the method I'm going to propose, because what I'm going to do now is, first of all, let a complex number z equal cos of 6 theta plus I sine of 6 theta. And in this expression here, I can see that sine of 6 theta is the imaginary part, so that's the thing I want to expand. Sine of 6 theta is the imaginary part. But I know that's equivalent to a different complex number from the previous work I've done. So cos of 6 theta plus I sine of 6 theta is identical to cos theta plus I sine theta to the 6th by DeMoivre's theorem. So putting that in there, cos theta plus I sine theta to the power of 6. And if I expand this, because the imaginary part, so this one here, the imaginary part is the bit I want. If I expand this, the imaginary part of that will be the bit I want. So that's equal to, and just doing Pascal's triangle, 1 3 3 1 1 4 6 4 1 1 5 10 10 5 1 1 6 15 20 15 6 1. And I know this is the correct row here. I didn't really have to count my rows up because 6 is the first non-unit number that appears in that row. So I know that that's the power of 6, this one power of 5, this one power of 4, etc. That's a quick way of just blindly going for it. And so blindly writing out the Pascal's triangle and stopping when you've got the one you want. Okay, so anyway, so expanding this using the binomial expansion, I get cos the power of 6 theta plus, as you can see from Pascal's triangle there, 6 cos the 5 theta I sine theta plus 15 cos the 4 theta I sine theta squared plus 20 cos cos cubed theta, I sine theta cubed, plus 15 cos squared theta, I sine theta to the power of 4, plus 6 cos theta, I sine theta to the power of 5, then plus I sine theta to the power of 6. And simplifying that, I get, I'm only going to write the real parts first, cos the 6 theta, that's a real part, I'll take that one off. The next real part will be this one, because we've got an I squared, so that becomes plus 15 cos the power of 4 theta, and I sine theta squared is I sine theta times I sine theta. That'll make this actually at the start a minus, so rub that out. So I squared is minus 1, so minus 15 cos the 4 theta sine squared theta. Take them off as I go to keep track of which ones I've simplified. Then the next real one I'm going to get here is I to the power of 4. So I to the power of 4 is 1. So plus 15 cos squared theta sine the 4 theta. The last real number, just take that off there. Then the last real number is I to the power of 6 will give us a real number. So that's back to being minus 1 again. Take away sine to the 6 theta. So that's the real part. So I'll put brackets around that. And now for the imaginary part, plus I. So here we've got 6 cos the 5 theta, I sine theta, so 6 cos the 5 theta sine theta. Take that one off. Next imaginary, we've got I cubed, which is minus I. So take 20 cos cubed theta sine cubed theta. Take that one off. Forgot to take that one off there, so I'll take that off. And the last one is this one here, I to the power of 5. So I to the power of 4 is 1. So I to the power of 5 is back to being I again. So plus 6 cos theta sine to the power of 5 theta. And there we have it. We've got the number that we want. So this is the imaginary part here. And the thing we were asked to find was the imaginary part in this expansion here. So the imaginary part of this must be the imaginary part of this, which is what we're asked to find. So concluding, therefore, sine of 5 theta is identical to 6 cos the 5 theta sine theta minus 20 cos cubed theta sine cubed theta plus 6 cos theta sine to the power of 5 theta. So maybe looking at a different question, let's say if the question was actually this, write cos of 6 theta in a form only involving powers of cos theta, we would have done exactly the same work. So except this time what we're after, the expansion of cos to the power of 6 theta, which is there, is the real part of this expression. So here's where we got to. There's the real part. So following on from the previous working, we've got that cos of 6 theta equals cos to the 6 theta. Take away 15 cos to the power of 4 theta. And we don't want sine squared thetas at all in this. We only want powers of cos theta as per the question. The question just said, right, in terms of cos theta. So let's straight away change that to 1 minus cos squared theta. Plus 15 cos squared theta, and sine the 4 theta, well, that's 1 minus cos squared theta, 1 minus cos squared theta. Then finally take away sine the 6 theta, take away 1 minus cos squared theta, 1 minus cos squared theta, 1 minus cos squared theta. So some pretty intense algebra here. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand 1 minus cos squared theta squared. So that's equal to 1, take 2 cos squared theta plus cos to the power of 4 theta. And having done that, it makes expanding 1 minus cos squared theta cubed a little bit easier. So 1 minus cos squared theta cubed equals the above answer, 1 minus 2 cos squared theta plus cos to the power of 4 theta times 1 minus cos squared theta, which is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta, take 2 cos squared theta, plus 2 cos to the 4 theta, plus cos to the power of 4 theta, take cos to the power of 6 theta. So I've got the groundwork done for this. So now let's sub it in. So therefore, cos of 6 theta equals cos to the power of 6 theta. Looking at our above expression there, take, and let's expand this straight away. So take 15 cos to the power of 4 theta plus 15 cos to the power of 6 theta plus, and we're going to times 15 cos squared theta by this here, 1 minus cos squared theta squared. So times 15 cos squared theta by that, we get 15 cos squared theta, take 30 cos to the 4 theta, and then plus 15 cos to the power of 6 theta, and then take away this here, which worked out here, but actually noticing this here, I can do a little bit more simplification, equals 1. So gathering the cos squared thetas together, take 3 cos squared theta, gathering up the cos to the 4 thetas plus 3 cos to the power of 4 theta, take cos to the power of 6 theta. So taking all that away, take 1 minus 3 cos squared theta plus 3 cos to the 4 theta, take cos to the power of 6 theta, and then gathering all the like terms. So we've got all the cos to the 6 thetas. So we've got 1, 16, 31, then double minus 1 is 32 x to the power cos to the power of 6 theta, 32 cos to the power of 6 theta. So let's just put a little mark under those, the ones that we've used, just to keep track. Then cos to the power of 4 theta, we've got minus 15, minus 30, that's minus 45, minus another 3, so minus 48 cos to the power of 4 theta. Let's put a little mark under the cos to the 4 theta so we don't double count anything. Cos squared thetas, we've got 15 and a double minus there, so 18 of them. So plus 18 cos squared theta. And let's put a little mark under them, keep track, make sure that we've not missed any out. And everything's got a mark under it except that take 1. So at the end, take 1. And there we have it, our answer. So cos of 6 theta is identical to that. And all we used was the binomial expansion and DeMoivre's theorem. Okay, so that's that. But just before we finish, a mistake's being brought to my attention. So here, that should have said sine 6 theta. So I will correct that now. Do a better job of correcting it. Sine of 6 theta, because the question here asked for sine of 6 theta, so a minor typo. Sine of 6 theta equals that. So now we're done. For more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to find out more about our Skype tuition and revision courses, go to A-levelmathsrevision.com.